Adrian Shaw stepped off the bus, the salty air a balm to his weary soul. He had arrived in Lumina Bay, a small coastal town nestled along the rugged California coastline. Adrian, a marine biologist, sought solace and a fresh start after a period of personal loss. The rhythmic crash of waves against the shore resonated with the turmoil within him. Achingly beautiful, the town held the promise of healing and perhaps a glimmer of hope. He carried a single suitcase and the weight of his grief. Lumina Bay was known for its vibrant sunsets that painted the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. The air was thick with the scent of salt and seaweed, a constant reminder of the sea's proximity. Adrian found a small cottage overlooking the harbor, its windows offering breathtaking views of the endless horizon. He unpacked slowly, each object a memory of a life that felt both distant and painfully near. As he stood on the porch, the sound of seagulls filled the air, their cries a poignant melody against the backdrop of the vast ocean. He closed his eyes, breathing deeply, willing himself to find peace in this new chapter. Lumina Bay was a tapestry woven with the stories of its people. Generations of fishermen, artists, and dreamers had left their mark on the quaint streets and weathered buildings. The heart of the town was the bustling harbor, a symphony of sights and sounds. Fishing boats bobbed gently in the water, their nets heavy with the day's catch. Seagulls squawked overhead, their cries a constant chorus. The scent of freshly baked bread wafted from the local bakery, mingling with the salty tang of the sea. Life in Lumina Bay moved at a different pace, slower and more deliberate. People greeted each other on the street, their smiles genuine and their eyes reflecting the warmth of the sun-drenched town. There was a sense of community here, a shared connection to the sea and to each other. Adrian, accustomed to the anonymity of city life, found himself drawn to the unhurried rhythm of Lumina Bay. The locals, with their weathered faces and easygoing nature, welcomed him with open arms. He sensed that this place held the potential for healing, for rediscovering the pieces of himself he thought he had lost. Adrian spent his days exploring the rocky coastline, his notebook filled with observations of marine life. One sunny afternoon, he found himself drawn to the docks, where a young woman sat sketching in a notebook. Her name was Lily Harper, and she possessed a quiet strength that resonated with Adrian. Her eyes, the color of the sea after a storm, held a depth that hinted at a life well lived. She had grown up in Lumina Bay, her heart tethered to the rhythm of the tides. He hesitated, unsure whether to approach her. He watched as her hand moved gracefully across the page, capturing the essence of the harbor with each stroke. Gathering his courage, he introduced himself. Lily looked up, a smile gracing her lips. "I've seen you around," she said, her voice as soothing as the ocean breeze. "You're the marine biologist, right?" Adrian nodded, surprised and pleased that she remembered. They talked for hours that day, sharing stories and dreams against the backdrop of the shimmering sea. He learned about her passion for art, her deep connection to her hometown, and her unwavering belief in the power of the ocean to heal. Section 4. Shared sunsets, shared dreams, the budding romance. As days turned into weeks, Adrian found himself drawn deeper into Lily's world. They spent their days exploring hidden coves, their laughter echoing across the water. She introduced him to the hidden treasures of Lumina Bay, the best spot to watch the sunset, the secret path leading to a secluded beach, the local diner where the coffee was strong and the conversations even stronger. With Lily, Adrian felt a sense of belonging he hadn't realized he craved. Her presence was a soothing balm to his wounded spirit. They shared a love for the ocean, a passion for their work, and a deep respect for the delicate balance of nature. In her presence, he felt a glimmer of the happiness he thought he had lost forever. One evening, as they sat on the beach, watching the sunset paint the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink, Adrian realized he was falling in love with Lily. Section 5. The Harbor Festival, a night of magic and confession. The annual Harbor Festival was a celebration of Lumina Bay's rich maritime heritage. The air buzzed with excitement as locals and visitors alike gathered along the waterfront. drawn together by the promise of music, food, and the camaraderie of a community united. The scent of grilled seafood filled the air, mingling with the sweet aroma of cotton candy. Children's laughter echoed through the streets, their faces alight with wonder. Adrian and Lily strolled hand in hand, their laughter blending with the joyful sounds of the festival. As fireworks illuminated the night sky, reflecting off the water's surface, Adrian turned to Lily. Her eyes sparkled in the light of the fireworks, reflecting the joy and hope that had blossomed within him since he had arrived in Lumina Bay. "Lily," he began, his voice husky with emotion, I love you." The words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken emotions. Lily's eyes widened, her breath catching in her throat. And then, a slow smile spread across her face, as radiant as the fireworks illuminating the night sky. "I love you too, Adrian." Section 6. The Call of the Deep, Adrian's Expedition, and Lily's Strength. Their happiness was tested when Adrian received an unexpected opportunity, a 2-year research expedition to the Galapagos Islands. It was a dream come true for him, a chance to study marine life in one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. But it would mean leaving Lily behind, leaving the comfort and love they had found in Lumina Bay. The weight of his decision pressed down on him. He knew this expedition was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but the thought of leaving Lily filled him with dread. He confessed his fears to her, his voice laced with uncertainty. Lily listened patiently, her heart aching for him. "You have to go, Adrian," she said, her voice firm despite the tears welling up in her eyes. "This is your dream. We'll find a way." Her words were a testament to their love, a love that transcended physical distance. Section 7. The Longing Tide. 2 years of separation and unshaken faith. The 2 years that followed were a testament to the enduring power of their love. Letters filled with longing and shared dreams traveled across the miles, bridging the physical distance between them. Late at night, under a canopy of stars, Adrian would reread Lily's letters, finding solace in her words. He kept a picture of her in his research station, her smiling face a constant reminder of the love that awaited him back home. Lily, meanwhile, poured her heart and soul into her art. Her paintings, inspired by the ever-changing moods of the sea, became a reflection of their love, vast, deep, and enduring. The people of Lumina Bay rallied around her, offering unwavering support and reminding her that Adrian would return to her. Through their shared experiences, their love deepened, their bond strengthened by the challenges they faced apart.